Beneath the live oaks and gaslight glow, the South remembers everything. Its roads are layered with footsteps, its walls still whispering old names. This is Old South Moon. Join us as we travel the back roads and forgotten places where folklore breathes, spirits linger, and the past refuses to stay buried. From haunted towns to cursed crossroads, these stories are not just told, they are still walking. Join us under the Old South Moon and mind where you tread.
Carnival season is upon us once again, and the most haunted city in the South is preparing to throw a party so grand it just might be worth returning from the dead to attend. New Orleans Mardi Gras is considered the largest carnival celebration in the United States, often called the greatest free party on earth. Celebrated here since 1703 and beginning each year on January 6th, Mardi Gras is a season of feasts, parades, and indulgence, one final glittering excess before the austerity and reflection of Lent. And when you're infamous for throwing the most legendary parties for over 3 centuries, you're bound to attract a few return guests, living or otherwise. If you're planning to brave the crowds and toss some beads this year, keep in mind that some of your fellow revelers may not be what they seem. And since you're already in one of the most haunted cities in America, why not visit a few of the more chillin' locations on our Haunted Mardi Gras list?
St. Charles Avenue. Lined with sprawling oak trees and grand mansions, St. Charles Avenue is not only one of the most iconic parade routes in the city, but one of the most historic. Long used by major krewes such as Endymion, Bacchus, and Muses, it offers the quintessential Mardi Gras experience. So beloved is this route that some revelers are believed to return year after year, century after century. Phantom partygoers and spectral attendees have long been reported along the avenue, dancing beside the living and blending seamlessly into the crowds. But among the festive spirits, there are darker rumors as well. Disembodied shadows and gaunt figures, lost to time, are said to stalk the route during twilight hours, lingering just beyond the glow of the floats. St. Charles Avenue is also home to another haunted Mardi Gras landmark, Gallier Hall. Once the City Hall, and now the ceremonial viewing stand for the mayor's annual toast to Rex and Zulu royalty, Gallier Hall has no shortage of restless spirits. The phantom of Union General Benjamin the Beast Butler is believed to haunt the upper floors, becoming especially active during parade season. Butler reportedly despised his post-Civil War assignment in New Orleans and loathed Mardi Gras most of all. It seems eternity hasn't softened his opinion, as staff frequently report aggressive stomping and banging attributed to his spirit. The most infamous apparition at Gallier Hall is far more tragic. During the Bacchus Parade of 1972, a man was fatally stabbed. Witnesses say the blooded victim staggered up the steps of the building before collapsing beneath the mayor's stand. Locals claim his spirit reenacts the event each year, climbing the steps, reliving the final moments, and fading away as the parade rolls on.
The Mistick Krewe of Comus. The founding fathers of organized Mardi Gras, the Mistick Krewe of Comus was established in 1856 and staged the first formal parade in 1857. But behind the elaborate floats and pageantry lies a tradition steeped in secrecy. Comus pioneered the concept of the secret carnival society. Membership is by invitation only, identities closely guarded. For generations, rumors have followed the krewe, whispers of arcane rituals and dark ceremonies performed to secure favor from unseen forces. In 1991, Comus ceased the raiding after a city ordinance threatened to expose its members. Yet many believe the krewe never truly left. Locals still report sightings of a ghostly procession, an ornate spectral float gliding silently through the streets, flanked by phantom torchbearers, vanishing into the night without a sound. While no living members parade today, the Comus Ball continues each carnival season, invitation only, fiercely exclusive. A royal court is chosen, and it is rumored that all attendees remain masked for the entirety of the event, just as they always have. The French Quarter. The oldest and storied part of New Orleans, the French Quarter may be the city's most iconic carnival backdrop. While massive super krewe parades avoid its narrow streets, smaller krewes like the Krewe of Boo and the intergalactic Krewe of Chewbacca have made the quarter their home. But Mardi Gras here isn't just about parades. Every business, restaurant, and bar celebrates in its own way, and some come with a spirit or two included. Lafitte's Blacksmith shop is a favorite haunt for locals and tourists alike, and has been fueling Mardi Gras debauchery for decades. Housed in what is believed to be the oldest structure of its kind in New Orleans, the bar was once owned by the notorious pirate Jean Lafitte. Used as a front for his smuggling operations, the building has never truly shaken its past. Multiple spirits are said to linger inside, but Lafitte himself is the most frequently reported, especially on crowded nights when a pirate ghost can easily pass for a costumed reveler. If haunted bars aren't your style, perhaps a haunted hotel will do. The Andrew Jackson Hotel on Royal Street, named for Andrew Jackson himself, stands on ground steeped in judgment and tragedy. Before it became an inn, the building served as a courthouse where sentences were passed and lives were altered. Later, it was converted into an orphanage, a place meant for refuge that instead became the site of disaster. A fire swept through the building, claiming the lives of several young boys who were trapped inside. Today, it's believed those children never truly left. Guests and staff report flickering lights, doors slamming, and objects moving on their own, not with malice, but mischief. The spirits here are known as pranksters, playful rather than cruel. One boy, often identified as Armand, is said to be especially active, tugging at clothes, giggling in empty hallways, and making his presence known to those who linger too long. In the Andrew Jackson Hotel, the past doesn't just watch, it plays. At the corner of Bourbon and Orleans Streets stands the Bourbon Orleans Hotel, a building with too many past lives to rest easily. Once a ballroom, then a convent, then an orphanage, its ghosts seem just as confused as its history. Former nuns roam the halls, children's laughter echoes through empty corridors, and a Confederate soldier is said to appear from time to time as if he never checked out. And if you'd prefer your spirits served with dinner, there's Muriel's on Jackson Square. Once owned by Pierre-Antoine Lepardi Jordan, the building became the site of tragedy after Jordan reportedly lost it in a card game and took his own life. Today, his spirit is said to linger upstairs in the Seance Lounge, where a table is permanently set just for him.
Staff speak of cold spots, moving objects, and the sense that Jordan still believes himself the rightful host.
Not all Mardi Gras spirits wear masks or walk the streets. Beyond the glow of parade lights and wrought iron balconies, the land begins to sink and soften. The city gives way to cypress swamps and bayous where the music fades, the air thickens, and something older than New Orleans still watches. These wetlands have long been tied to Mardi Gras lore and to two of the region's most enduring cryptids. The rougarou, Louisiana's infamous swamp-dwelling shapeshifter, is said to roam the bayous during the liminal seasons, when boundaries weaken and traditions hold power. Described as a towering wolf-like creature, part man and part beast, the rougarou is often associated with punishment. Those who break social taboos or mock sacred customs are said to draw its attention. During Mardi Gras, when rules are bent and excess reigns, some locals swear the rougarou draws closer to the city's edge, pacing the swamps just beyond the last streetlights. Closer still lurks the grunch. Small, hunched, and goat-like, with glowing eyes and a mouth full of sharp teeth, the grunch is said to dwell along back roads and swampy outskirts, particularly near the stretch known as Grunch Road. It moves on two legs, mimics the cries of children, and feeds on the carelessness of those who wander too far from the crowd. During Carnival season, when revelers lose track of time and direction, sightings are said to increase, bleating laughter echoing from the dark just beyond the reach of help. While the city celebrates in silk and sequins, the swamps remember something older, something patient, and they too are listening. Mardi Gras in New Orleans is a celebration of masks, memory, and transformation. A season when the city becomes something else, louder, brighter, and just a little less solid. And maybe that's why the dead return. Because during Carnival, the line between past and present blurs. Costumes hide faces, music drowns out reason, and for a few fleeting nights, no one questions who or what is standing beside them. So if you feel an unexpected chill in the crowd, or hear footsteps keeping pace when no one's there, don't panic. Just toss a bead, raise a glass. After all, Mardi Gras is for everyone, even the dead.
The night grows quiet now, but the South never truly sleeps. What we've seen may fade from sight, but it does not fade from the land. These places remember who walked them, and sometimes they remember who watched. If these stories follow you home, like and subscribe for more content. And don't be afraid to leave us a message below. Suggestions for our next journey are always appreciated. Thank you for joining us beneath the Old South Moon. Until our paths cross again, travel slow, listen close, and don't forget to look back.